right, everybody. It's the ID84 show live here, episode 216 on this fine Thursday night in April at a burning 40 degrees outside here in Boston. As always, Adam to the left of me, the whirlwind potato.
Hey, everybody.
Just hanging out. And, yeah, we're going to... No guests tonight. We weren't here last week. Last week we were at the Bruins game. We have a guest tonight. He has apparently he just grabbed the other microphone.
I can hear him.
Can you hear him?
I totally can hear him. He's right loud in my ear.
We got our world premiere of Little Henry on the radio show right now.
It's funny because all I see is that cord next to you bobbing up and down. It looks like there's like a gremlin or a dog that has it. And I hear, come on.
Well, the thing is,
hey,
kids, as you know, emulate what they see adults doing. So he sees me into the mic. He's looking at you talking into a mic, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just talk into a mic too." So, yeah, we were at the Bruins game last week, and they won, right? If I remember, yes, they did win. Yeah.
No, they lost.
They lost.
Remember the guy threw the bottle on the field? Yeah, he's pissed.
Oh yeah, right. They did lose.
Yeah, people were mad.
They lost by a goal, right? It was a close game. It was like 3-2 or something.
Yeah.
Last weekend was a debacle for me. I spent literally 3 out of 4 days in sporting events in Boston, and I'm hurting.
And the tax man, you deal with him.
Unfucking tax man. Oh yeah, we had the tax man on Wednesday, and then Bruins game on Thursday. I had nothing on Friday, which was nice. Red Sox on Saturday, and then Celtics on Sunday. The Lord's Day of Easter, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so that's why we weren't here. So sorry if you missed us, but we did play a classic episode on the YouTube page of the Frankie McDonald episode. So if you missed us, you got to see the Canadian YouTube legend Frankie McDonald last week. So there you go. It's better than nothing.
It's true.
But no guest tonight. He had to reschedule, so he'll be joining us at the end of, the beginning of. We're almost at the end of April, right? So I guess it's gonna be the end of May. Yeah, so it's almost Cinco de Mayo. Did you see what I got for a trip to Vegas?
Yes, I saw your video. Yes, please, no, please, God. I'm at a point in my life where I don't want unwanted attention.
I'm gonna be when we get on the airplane. I'm gonna be like, attention, everybody. This is Captain speaking.
I have a feeling if you do that, you could get tackled by TSA.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell every time I look at people sitting like 3 people in a row. I'm just gonna go threesome. Yeah. Yeah, it was $12. It was like on a clearance sale on Amazon.
I'm sure the wife is so happy.
Well, have you watched this season of Jersey Shore?
No, I haven't.
Pauly D has exactly like this, but it has it all bedazzled. This says Pauly D on it. So I think I'm gonna bedazzle this thing to say Arty D and just walk around Vegas going threesome. So I'm very excited. Dude, do you know what this takes for batteries? Fucking 4 C batteries for this thing.
4? Oh my God.
But like, I'm bringing it to work tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna give it to George.
It's okay though. We got some stuff going on. First, I want to say how Netflix is completely just stock has just dropped lower than it has in 2018.
What the fuck?
The last 2 days, 38%.
What
down
happened?
From I'll get to that in a minute. From $348 a couple days ago down to $218 today.
Right.
Netflix in their quarterly earnings, they reported that they lost how many was it? How many subscribers? It was like,
like 1 million?
No, it was like 7. I want to say it was like 700,000.
And why?
200,000. 200,000 subscribers.
In a quarter? Or the year?
Yeah.
A quarter. That's a lot of fucking people. And why did they say...
Some of it is based on Ukraine because they had to cut off Ukraine and Russia.
Okay, but I mean, that's a...
Still.
Yeah, I mean, that's like 2 states. That's like the state of like, you know, North Dakota and South Dakota total population. So it's like...
Well, they said they lost 700,000 in Ukraine and Russia total.
Really?
But they lost 200,000 just they lost.
That seems a little high to me for that number. I think there's other things.
Maybe, yeah.
Did they do something political or something to piss people off?
No. You know what it is too? It's a combination of that. It's a combination of we're heading towards a recession. People saving money. It's a combination of competition. All the streaming services now.
Well, it's true because if you're paying like $10 a month for 7 different streaming services, that's $70. You might as well buy cable at that point.
And Netflix is one of the more expensive ones. Remember, they don't have they are going to soon though. They announced they're going to have a cheaper ad one.
Okay.
You know how they don't have ads? They don't have ads. All the other ones do. They have commercials.
That's
so
true.
They're going to be launching a cheaper, like $9.99 one with commercials. Right now they're $15.
And I heard they're cracking down on the sharing of the passwords. Going to start tracking IP addresses and something like that.
Really? Yeah, something like that. But that won't go for a while.
They're going to lose more people that way too. You don't. I mean, I use someone's Netflix, but I'm not going to get Netflix. I don't use it as often to get it to make it worth the while. You know what I mean? It's like an option.
They're going to allow still some sharing.
They should.
The amount that they will probably is going to get cracked.
So I was one of the original Netflix subscribers back in like 2007, right?
Same.
And I used to get the DVDs, right?
Yep.
So yeah, and this was before they had streaming back then, but it wasn't very good, right? It was only a limited amount of stuff, and like you could only stream it like from your laptop, so it was kind of useless, right? It wasn't, and there wasn't a lot of material, and you couldn't do like movies and stuff like that. So I used to get the movies like the DVDs all the time, and just constantly. I would have the unlimited ones, so as long as you had one, you can mail it back. So as long as you keep the flow, you could get like 10 to 15 a month, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it used to be one service where you would get the DVDs and you could stream.
Right.
And then it broke. They were two separate plans eventually.
Do they even do the DVD thing anymore? They do.
They do.
And how much does that cost?
I think they still have a customer base on how many. I'm looking up right now. How many DVD?
Man, who's still doing that?
You got to remember, like we live at least along the coast, which there's like where all the advancements happen. But Middle America, there are still places that use 56K modems.
That's true. I guess the streaming.
You know what I mean?
No, that's right.
Their DVD customers just under 2 million.
I used to date a girl whose dad used to do the DVDs. And this is years ago, and he must have had 20 to 30,000. He would burn them, and he would have a library, like 30 to 40,000 of burnt DVDs over the last like 15 years. But like I don't think you ever watched them, and there was no really database to like know what you had. Like I would ask her one time, I'm like, oh shit, you must have this movie, and she's like, I don't know, and I'm like, well, how would you know what movie your father made? And she's like, I don't know. I go, does he know? And she goes, no. I go, then what's the point? It sounds like an OCD thing. He's just burning DVDs, like pirating videos.
True.
But yeah, back in the day, it used to be pretty cool with the DVDs and stuff. But like you said, streaming's everything now. We don't even have a DVD player in my house. And you said
Blu-ray player? Yeah, no one has DVD's gone. Blu-ray.
Anything. I don't even have a Blu-ray. You use what, your Xbox, right?
Yeah, which has a Blu-ray player.
Right. So I don't even have an Xbox. So if someone gave me I guess I could use it. Oh no, my laptop doesn't even have a DVD player.
Yeah,
I guess my
external one.
I guess my computer, my PC has a DVD player. I guess I could watch something from that. It's the only thing.
I guess if you have like a 4K TV and you're a huge movie fan,
yeah,
it's probably the only way you would want.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. I don't watch enough movies to make it worth the while. No, to buy DVDs anymore and stuff. I just stream. Do you need help? Can you say help, please? Thank you. He's playing with my Legos right here. He's I gave him a few to play with, but like he's not at that point where he can manage to not break them, and then when he breaks them, he thinks it's the end of the world, like it's broken forever. Where he doesn't understand that you actually build these, and that's half the fun is taking it apart and rebuilding it. But he's not really quite there yet, so he just thinks it's broken. But what are you gonna do?
Talking about movies and Hollywood, I've been completely enamored with following the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case.
Yeah, I have too. I've been
still going on.
So it's like a reverse Me Too movement, right? Because like she's like trying to like bash him and like make him look like terrible, but he's turning around and being like, now he's like suing for defamation of like character, right?
Yeah, like $50 million. The thing is this though. I mean, after the first go around where he was like, I forget how much he paid her. It was like $50 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, they're both just toxic.
Oh, they're fucking crazy.
there's really no siding with either of them. You read the text, you see the photos, both sides. They're both crazy, both of them.
I mean, we all dated people that like made you crazy, right? Like you sometimes people just date each other, they make each other fucking nuts, but they could date someone else and be completely normal.
Yeah,
and like that's a combination. They're both like if Johnny Depp dates a normal girl, things are probably perfectly okay. But like the two of them, like a toxic, like you said, it's a toxic. They're both fucking. The judge should say, "Listen, one of you guys just never talk to each other again. We'll call it a day. You both are fucking nuts, and that's what it is. Yeah. It is what it is."
Yeah, they're both just crazy. Like it's no siding with either of them. I don't think it really is.
Someone posted this meme and was like, "When did Johnny Depp turn into a strip club DJ?"
He does look like one.
He just looks like a scummy, like greasy, like like he's pulling some tricks on the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting case. I'm curious. I feel like it might get thrown out for the fact of the matter is that the judge is going to be like look at both of them and be like, "You guys are both fucking nuts."
Yeah.
Because I mean, was she an actress too? I'm not familiar with her.
Amber Heard, yeah, she is.
So, maybe he just needs someone a little. No, he's a little freaky too. He's kind of a weirdo,
Yeah, he's had his moments in his
yeah
issues and stuff.
But like, there's someone for everyone, I guess, right? So
it's true.
Hopefully, he finds the right girl and everything's okay. So, this might be one of the last episodes up here in the old studio here. But you would never know it because the screen's gonna be behind me, so I might as well be on the moon. That could be.
That's true. You're moving downstairs?
Yeah, moving to the back of the house. Back to the house. That might be a little different though. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a green screen because I am gonna have a like a desk, like the Tonight Show, and like the chairs. I'm going to like I don't know 500 square feet, so maybe not even 500, so maybe like 200 square feet to like 50 square feet. So I'm significantly losing square footage. So I got to be kind of. I'm picking up the TVs tomorrow. I'm mounting them on the wall. So instead of using this little monitor, which I'm looking at you right now, I'm going to have one like a 32-inch right in front of me, and then I could use the other one to like look at. I have a TV on this side. I could look at that one, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But then I have to do a lot of work this weekend in that room. So you see, CNN Plus is already closing down. Have you read that? Can you hear me?
What is
CNN Plus? Are you familiar?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah. So CNN Plus, I guess, launched 30 days ago, and they're already closing down. So it was their basic their streaming service for like if you really like love CNN and you want to watch more CNN, kind of like this way. It's kind of a stupid concept because there's not enough programming to certify an app. But and they spent like they said $300 million on that app to get it going, and they weren't making it. They expected to have like I think it was like 20 million subscribers or something like that, and like they didn't even crack like what they were a little bit. You know what I mean? So
good. Everybody I think is sick of CNN at this point. CNN used to be great.
The Clinton News Network.
Yeah, but CNN used to be really good. I don't care what political affiliation you are. CNN is not what it used to be. It's really not.
No, it used to be pretty.
Most of them aren't.
No, they're all garbage. To be honest with you, but CNN used to be the middle of. They used to be a lot more middle, which is weird. They were just kind of like just doing it. They had their talk shows and their political shows and shit, but they weren't like. But Fox did the same thing. I think right when 2015, 2014 came around, they were really each one went to the extreme to each side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not really news anymore. It's political satire, basically. It's like,
yeah, it's gossip. You're not going to be able to beat social media because social media is always on.
My sister says she likes watching whatever news network that political party that's in office because she feels better about the world. So like she'll watch CNN now, so she has wishful thinking. But when Trump was president, she would watch Fox because she would have wishful thinking. So. If that's what makes you happy, I guess, I guess that's really not news at the end of the day. I guess it's just someone's opinion, and, opinions are like assholes.
Everyone's got them.
Mm-hmm. And they stink. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to moving this shit out of the office. There's a lot of stuff I gotta move in this fucking thing.
Yeah, I can't see that being fun.
No, and like it's one thing if you move into a spot that's bigger, moving into a spot that's half the size. So, yeah, you see that crazy situation going on in Queens, New York? The lady that got stabbed to death and put in a hockey bag and left by the river.
No, I didn't see that one. No, I glad I didn't. That
So,
did not come to pass.
There's this 50-year-old woman who was living in Queens. She had like a family and shit, and the husband and the kids were on vacation, and she was found in a duffel bag, stabbed after leaving a bar. They just arrested the handyman. I guess she was having a sexual affair with the handyman, and he knew where the key was in the house, and apparently some love went awry, and he got angry and allegedly stabbed her 60 times, threw her in a hockey bag, and left her by the river while her husband and kid was like out in the West Coast looking at schools or something like that. So, did she have it coming to her?
Jesus.
Might have. I mean, maybe.
No,
I was
anyone
thinking.
like that deserves to die.
I was thinking maybe the husband like knew about it and like set it up or anything. But then they arrested the handyman today, and I was like, oh, you know what? Do you need help? Help? Say help, please.
God.
There
You
you
know,
go.
you know what I always think is messed up too when you hear these cases of like someone stabbed to death like 60 times, 70 times. I don't even have the stamina, I think, to stab somebody that amount of times. You gotta be in blind rage.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think
Can you
I've
imagine that?
I've stabbed someone like maybe once with like a pencil, like jabbing, like just jerking around, but like
Yeah.
constantly, like 1, 2,
70
3.
fucking times, man.
Like OJ, like allegedly, well, I guess he was acquitted, but like whoever killed OJ's wife and
60
wait a
times,
friend,
yeah. This is one 60 times.
like to the point where like they stabbed Nicole Brown Simpson so many times she was decapitated. Like that's like pure rage.
It's fucked up.
And like, don't
It's
you think?
pure rage. I don't know how you can do that without getting tired.
Don't you think? Yeah, your arms you'd be exhausted. Then. What can I help you with, sir? Do you need the microphone? Can you tell me what your problem is? You don't want to go on mic? Okay.
It's like that chick. What was her name? The Arians chick. Jody Arians. Is that
Yeah.
her name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of hot, and like she said, she like killed her husband or boyfriend in self-defense. Well, it's hard to say it was self-defense when you stabbed him 70 times. You know?
Yeah, it's exactly. Self-defense is maybe like once or twice, and you hit them right. But yeah, when you do it about 60 times, that's a little more in self-defense. I think you got the point across. Because I would think that in the idea of self-defense, you're basically just trying to
Get away.
or stop the person from doing what they were doing.
Yeah,
She was pretty hot though. It's kind of crazy.
she
though.
was. Yeah, very.
No, what's your problem? Can I help you?
What's up, buddy?
How do you feel about it? Can you see it? Can you see Adam on the TV? Can you wave to him?
Does he even know my name at this point? Probably not.
That's Adam. You know Adam, right?
You know
Adam.
me. He knows me. Hey, Henry.
Yeah. What are you trying to? What would you like from us today? Okay. Yeah. Is that you on TV? Yeah. Are you tired? What do you want to say? You want to say hi? Okay.
See,
Thank
he
you.
sounds like me on a Friday night after I've had some.
Yeah,
some
no.
weed.
Exactly. That'll be me 24 hours from now. I'll be like, just talking to myself. He's got the Rod Stewart haircut today. I don't know what happened. My mother put
He
like
does.
she blew dry his hair today.
Oh,
All
boy.
right, go play over there in the pile of fun.
Go to your corner, kid.
Go to your corner. You know. What else is happening in the news these days? It's
That's
busy.
all I got.
You know what's really nice? You know it's getting nice out because this studio is starting to get pretty toasty.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, but you're still in a sweatshirt right now. Why is that?
That is true. But I got home and I cleaned the turtle tank. It was developing like a slimy, swampy sludge to it, and then like little flies were appearing.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah, so I think it was I think the filter's no good, so I tossed the filter, and I bought a new filter, and then I did a clean, and I kind of shocked it, like when you shock a swimming pool when it gets green, I shocked the water, and then I put some new rocks in there. So I think I got to try it again tomorrow. But I mean, 25 years, I've never seen the turtle tank get that bad that fast. It was like in a matter of like 2 days, it got super slimy.
You're gonna end up willing that turtle to Henry.
Yeah, no kidding. What would you like me to do with the airplane, sir? the X-wing. This is the Lego X-wing. Whoosh. Okay, I'll keep it over here then.
Speaking of planes, I still got to work on my flight simulator. I still have not left the tarmac.
Oh, really? Is it that tough?
It's a lot to learn, man. It's not a video game. It's a fucking simulator. But then again, I haven't exactly put a lot of time into it.
So it won't let you take off until you get your checklist all right?
Oh, you can. You just won't.
Oh, okay. Like you just.
I can try to take off whatever I want. I'm just gonna fail and crash.
Oh shit, huh? What kind of plane are you flying?
It's only one engine right now. You have to start small.
Oh, really? Oh, so
yeah, you got to start small, man. It ain't gonna. You could try. I can try, but I gotta learn some shit. There's there's more to take in when you get a bigger plane.
So it's like real life.
Yeah.
Like in real life, they wouldn't let you stop a 747.
You break it.
But that's crazy. So a single engine. Damn. But and all the airports are realistic too.
Yeah, almost every airport in the world is.
So you could set like a flight plan, and you can kind of do like the whole like thing and fly around and.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to, it's like what's a flight to Miami? It's like what, like 3.5 hours?
Yeah,
if I wanted to, I could do an entire 3.5. I don't know why anybody would, but I could do an entire 3.5 hours.
Well,
of what it would be.
Is it real time once you get up in the air? Like if you like say you're flying right on the simulator and you go into like.
Shit, you're breaking up a little, man. Hold on.
If you fly into Miami on the simulator, right? Is it like really 3 hours?
If you do the exact, it's like right.
Well, that's pretty fucking boring.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't have to do it that way.
And do they make like shit happen? Like you could have like alarms go off and stuff.
Wind. Yep, you gotta think about all that. Yep.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like you really. It's like what you really do. The instruments you have to check the fuel.
Yep.
You gotta worry about fuel. Yep.
Are you gonna get the whatchamacallit, the 3 screens and like the yoke and then the pedals and stuff like that?
Oh god.
I think the Malaysian air guy who had that situation had that set up, I guess, at his apartment, but he was a pilot though, so I guess you could practice your pilot skills flying, but
what do you really have to practice once you know what to do?
Nothing.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm ignorant. Yeah, it's stupid. I just feel like once you know how to fly, why would you want to simulate it when you're not flying?
It's like on your days off, you'd be doing AutoCAD for fun.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
Why would you do that, right? Yeah, it's like I'm gonna pretend to fly an airplane for fun, because.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. One night I did think about doing that and drawing a giant cock and a text sending it to you.
Hey, it happens. I've drew some interesting things on AutoCAD over the days.
Practice my arcs and send you a cock.
A perfect mushroom top.
Yes, perfect.
Doesn't get better than that.
The driveway being the little.
I need the angle just right. What's the radius on the mushroom top? I hope it's just right.
Just right.
Oh man. What's Celtics won. Did you watch any of the game last night?
No, I caught some of the highlights though. I know they were down.
They were down most of the game.
They came back.
Yeah. Kyrie was a little. I don't think he said anything last night because I don't think he wanted to be fined again.
Yeah, he was good.
The best was when he gave everyone the finger in the guard when he walked off the court on game 1, and then he was going to the locker room or something, and someone goes, "Kyrie, you suck," and he goes, "Suck my dick." Like, okay.
The thing is this though, they're not really a complete team. You take away those 2 players and try to make somebody else do all the work. There's nobody that can.
Right, there's no defense on that team. They're all offensive-driven players. It's like, and they're doing a really, really good job shutting down Durant. And doing that basically means now Kyrie has to do all the work. So yeah, he could put up 30 points, but he's not gonna win the game. You know, it's like, oh, it's a good game plan they have. I went into the playoffs with no expectations, even though they were a 2nd seed. I mean, they were like a game away from being like a 6th seed. So it's like it wasn't like it was like that significant. And they're only 2 games back of being the 1st seed. I think they were the 1st seed for like a day or for like a couple of days, like towards the end of the season. By the way, it worked out or something, but I don't know. I'm not putting too much into the season. I'm just gonna let it just roll. You know, if they do good, great. If they don't, I didn't expect much. So you know what I mean.
It's true. Yeah, The Red Sox, on the other hand, they're not gonna. Their pitching's horrible.
Almost came back today. Do you see that?
I did not. No, they did.
So they were losing 3-0, and they had in the bottom of the ninth, they scored 2 runs, and they actually had the tying run on third with 1 out. And I think it was the first baseman. The fuck's his name? Bobby Daubach hit a line drive basically to the third baseman. So Bogarts on third couldn't advance for the tie-in run, and then Jackie Bradley Jr. on the game on the line flied out and called it a game. So, what are you gonna do?
I mean, we all know their bats are gonna win some games for them, but at the same time, I mean, in the end, pitching wins, and they just don't have that pitching.
Yeah, starting pitching's really, really rough. Both today and yesterday, their starting pitching pretty much cost them the game. So, I don't know. It's like we said it before. You can't win games, period, in baseball prolonged with just offense. You need defense too.
Nope, can't score runs from the dugout. Nope.
Because if your bats are cold, you need a good pitcher because it might be just a 1-0 game at that point. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see as the season. I still think it's kind of spring training for these pitchers right now over the league. Because if you look at the standards, most of the teams are at 500 and maybe 2 games above 500. So it isn't like this. Any teams are carrying away with it, or any teams really suffer. There's a couple teams. I mean, Baltimore doesn't really have much of a chance, I guess. But
yeah, they're trying to find their groove.
But yeah, like for the most part, all the other teams in the AL East, they're all kind of like pretty normal when it comes to what they're doing for they're all 500 teams. I mean, there are a lot better teams. I think Toronto's a really good team, but I don't know. Yeah, all right, just on the news right now. So CNN Plus, it launched on the 29th of March, and it's gonna die on the 30th of April.
Actually, I just realized I gotta cancel one of my streaming services. I had Paramount Plus for free for a month, and I was like, oh, let's see what this is like, and
What did they give you on Paramount Plus?
Not really. It's just nothing really that I feel like I don't have access to.
You can watch South Park, right?
Oh yeah, you can watch their specials. Yeah, but the South Park is on HBO. South Park the show. They have 2 specials on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. What would you like, sir?
Exclusive movies, but nothing great.
Do you need help?
Jackass Forever.
Oh yeah, is that what you watched it on that one?
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed.
I still got to see that. When do you think they're gonna put it on demand?
I think it's gonna be on Netflix eventually soon.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something about a Jackass 4.5 or something like that coming. I don't know.
Interesting.
Fuck, I'm fucking exhausted today, man.
Yeah, today's I'm the same way. If I could go to bed right now. I'm
sure you will. So.
Yeah, as soon as this show's over, I'm hitting the head.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it was a long week. Long week, and I got a long weekend. I'm doing shit around the house.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can't drink like I used to anymore.
No, and you shouldn't. I'm proud of you though. You didn't end up sleeping in your car. You actually made it home. Look,
It's the hot alcohol that makes me get to the point. If I could just drink beer all day, I'm fine. And if I just drink Bud, I could still get a little bit of buzz and feel good, and then not and then I hit that tired. You get that we walked pretty much. We walked from Fenway to Copley, and then we jumped on the train in Copley and took it to Government Center, and then walked the rest of the way to Charlestown. So there was a nice sobering walk for a little while. It got you really the fresh air and the cold air kind of gets you going,
Mental note here. When I just tried to cancel because I had 1 month free, and it told me that, hey, we don't like to let you go, so we'll give you another month free. So I got another month free.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So if anybody's interested, that they do that. I've done trials where they do that, where they're like, oh, we're gonna give you another month.
It's like a hooker. It's like, we'll just give you some more.
It's like crack.
Yeah. Well, that's how crack starts. They give you a little sample, and they're like, here you go.
Yeah, we'll give you a little sample.
But yeah, so I'm looking into getting a ghostwriter for my baseball book. I'm finally want to write because I have such an ADD thing.
A ghostwriter.
Yeah. So
go. We know someone who could do that for you.
I know, and I was gonna ask him, but it's a little more complex than that. Basically, the problem with me is I sat down and tried to type what I wanted to before, and it didn't work out. I get like ADD. I can't get my expression. So I had I went onto this forum on Facebook. It was called like ghostwriting or something like that. And I talked to a few people. And one guy was in South Africa, and the time zone difference, but he's giving a lot of offer, but a little pricey what he wants. He wants like $1,500 to get all the stuff done. And then I'm talking to this other girl who's a writer. And basically, she's a little bit cheaper. She charges by the word. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to dictate it on video to them, and then they're going to translate the video into like text. You know what I mean?
So I guess my point is like, what is you looking to gain out of this? It's just kind of like your own personal memoirs kind of thing?
Kind of. I would like to try to sell it or try to move it. Do something. It's about all the baseball stadiums I've been to and their and the stories that come with it, you know?
I feel like, yeah, but how many pages do you get out of that? Let's face it, not every stadium you can have a good story.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not about the stadiums itself. It's about the cities and the travel and the trip that came around the stadium.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
You know, like the time I got chased out of the strip club in Indianapolis. So like the time I had to pay a homeless guy $20 to take me to the train station in Dallas after I decided I was going to drive my car through the night.
Interesting. I wonder how many pages that would translate to.
So she told me, she asked me the same question too, and I go, she goes, it was like 120 sound about right? I go, yeah, because I'll be getting into like, there's 35 stadiums, there's probably like 24 stories, right? So 24 chapters that go along with that, plus like an intro and an outro and stuff. So, and like some of the stories, like I already have like one of the chapters written. Do you hear something? Someone in your house?
No, yeah, I thought I heard something at my door.
Someone behind you? I wrote one chapter out already, and it was like, you know, regular text, whatever like that. It was about like 15 pages. So, and that's just me not knowing how to really write.
Yeah.
But
that form of writing, I can script write. I can write scripts. But
yeah.
That's a totally different, like brain wire. Like book writing and script writing is two totally different.
Right.
Things.
And the problem I'm having is basically I don't know if I want to, like, so I wanted to do it kind of chronological, like start at Fenway and go into the very last stadium I went to. But like some of the stadiums I went to multiple times within that window of that chronological, and I was like, do I include all the experiences or do I solely just go the first experience in each ballpark on the trip and go from there? Because I feel like that way I'm not going into the future on different chapters and stuff. So it's kind of all chronological as it rolls, you know?
Yeah, you can't scatterbrain it too much.
Right.
You gotta you're gonna have to cut some stuff, man.
Right,
like,
yeah.
You can't have it all, you know?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like if I just do like the first time I went to because I've been to the Yankee Stadium like, I don't know, like 7 times. But like, it's only like I'll just do the first time I was there because I got a story for that one. That's when I met the lesbians. And,
well, just pick the best story.
Right, yeah. Exactly. So that's how it's going to work out. So it's not too bad. Yeah, but I just don't want to sit there and type it. So if I could dictate it to someone and they can convert it into text, it makes it a lot easier.
I mean, while it's writing, of course, I mean, sure, you're going to embellish some of it for entertainment purposes.
Oh, of course, right? It's like, yeah. You know, it's only so much you could do. Just like telling, yeah, and what I think I might do is if some of the stories I have of the other stadiums, like if I have like multiple stories of one stadium, I might just put it all together and consider it one. You know what I mean? Because why not? It's all under the same umbrella. But I just don't have the time to sit there. I don't have. Maybe if I took Adderall, I could sit there and just type for hours, right? And just be like, but like, I don't think that's in the books.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I sold my 4th of July tickets. Yeah, buddy.
I want to know what the fuck is going on with internet connection. It's like at 52, and then it goes to 65, you know, the Mbps. It doesn't go above 65.
Really?
It should be at 120. I don't know what's going on. And if I open my browser to look at something while I'm talking to you, it's like, if everything freezes.
Is it your connection, or do you think it's the internet in general?
So I think it's the internet because I'm watching the meter. I'm watching the BPSs go drop up and down when I open my browser, and then it'll tell me your browser connection is unstable.
Interesting.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Maybe it's interference from my Xbox or something. I don't know. This wasn't a problem until I got that. I don't know. I would hope not.
I mean, I got a few things streaming right now, but nothing more than I usually stream. So that's not unusual. But
I don't think it's you. I think it's me. I think there's something going on.
It's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me, man.
Let's see.
Like, I'm afraid to Google search anything because everything
just crash.
You freeze. You completely freeze. I can have it open. I can have like one thing open, and then that's fine. And then that's a 52. Yep. It was flip-flop from 65 to 52.
What's your normal usually?
I thought it was 120.
Interesting. Yeah, that's what I get about my house. That's what I'm paying for, the 120. Because remember, I was having the issue when we were doing the show like last year, and then I ended up getting a new router, and I never had a problem after that. Do you notice you have a problem with your smart TVs?
I hope there wasn't something that switched.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't have a smart TV. I use my Xbox.
Like net neutrality thinking?
That's what I'm thinking. This is like that. It's gone. Remember, net neutrality doesn't exist anymore. I wonder if shit's being throttled. Like, I'm wondering if maybe the plan changed, and now my internet connection speed is now lower because that's what that pay is.
It could be. And they want you to get the upcharge. They want you to pay a little more, you know?
You know what? It's definitely possible now. It's definitely possible.
I mean, because they can definitely monitor how much you've streamed, right? And know how many megabits you're taking out.
Oh yeah, they can fuck you. They can totally fuck you. Yeah.
Net
neutrality's gone. Doesn't exist anymore.
Wouldn't that be like how can they get away with that?
Because net neutrality doesn't exist anymore. There was a law saying that all internet connections had to be pretty much a baseline the same, and now they can choose to throttle or slow down your connection, or whatever they want to do to charge you more if they want.
Interesting.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It sucks.
It is bullshit. The government gets your pocket, you know?
Yeah.
Remember, like, back in the day, you could just do whatever you want? What's the matter, buddy?
I'm on a speed test right now.
Do you need help? Help, please? Do you need help? Do you need help? Let me see. Here we go.
I'm running a speed test right now.
I'm running a daycare right now.
This is not good, Arty. I am running a speed test. And let's see.
What's it saying?
It's still going. It's calculating. It's just. Well, I don't know. I'm having to. 16.
Get out of here! Really?
1.68 Mbps download. The internet connection is very slow. Yeah. No shit. Fuckers.
That's not good.
No, it's not. It wasn't like this before.
You think it was something we were saying? You think CNN got to us?
I don't know. Something got to us.
Talking about CNN Plus, things get a little wild, get a little angry. Dude, I'm looking at a pile of Lego boxes right now. They need to be crushed and put away. It's a bit anxiety.
But we know what you're doing when you get off this podcast.
No, I'm going to bed.
Going to bed?
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Just sit there and play his Legos?
Henry, you want to say something to the people of the world? Hi. All right. Yeah, it's like it's pretty much his bedtime right now. This is in overtime right now. See, when Daddy daycare is in session, bedtimes don't mean a thing. I'm not big on bedtimes. And
during the weekday and the weekend, bets are off.
But like for kids, I don't know why bedtimes are a thing.
I think it has to do with their brain chemistry. You know, they should get as much sleep as a certain amount.
Right, but like, if you're tired, you just go to sleep, right?
Adults.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, kids do too. Like, he'll tell me when he's tired. He'll be like, bed, and we'll take him to bed. And some nights, like right now, he's hanging out in the room, a little overstimulated, you know?
You know what? It could also be an excuse so that way mommy and daddy can spend time together.
I think that's why. I'm starting to think the whole reason the bedtime thing is basically because parents just want to put the kids to bed. It has nothing to do with the kids getting sleep. Because the way
there's evidence that shows like 7 hours is like the amount a human being should have in terms of being, you know, optimal and for your brain. You know?
Right. Well, because like, for example, there'll be nights like, all right, time to go to bed. And we'll try to put him to bed like at like 7:45, 8 o'clock. And then we end up spending 45 minutes to an hour to trying to get him to go to sleep. Whereas if you were just like, hey, you just want to hang out, he's not bothering anyone. He can sit on the couch, he could read his book, drink his milk, and then he'll just fall asleep when he's tired. Or say, hey, not bed. And then we'll just take him to bed. And then there's no fight. Because when he wants to go to bed, we just put him in there, right? When you show everyone your cars. Go like this. Wave them to the camera. No, you don't want to show everyone?
It's probably like what you said, like mommy and daddy want to spend time together. And also, there's probably a sense of trying to create a sense of order. Like, you're going to do what I tell you. I'm your parent.
Right.
This is what you're going to do.
It's just like why kids, like when you like, someone made a good point one day, right? And I was sitting there, and it's just like, it's kind of like the government telling you have to wear a mask, even though it makes no sense, right, for certain things. And then, like, it's like, well, why do they do it? When someone goes, well, it's the same reason parents tell kids they can't have candy for dinner. But we could have candy for dinner. I've had candy for dinner multiple times.
Or go swimming, within an hour after eating.
That has been debunked as bullshit, right?
It is bullshit. That was invented so that way parents could all hang out and talk with each other. And not worry about their kids doing something stupid.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Like, make sure the kid's not in the pool.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to worry about them drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's like, you'll get a cramp.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I mean, you could, but not enough to actually make yourself drown.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never heard of someone drowning after eating. And that's bullshit, too, because there's pools in certain resorts in foreign lands where you could swim up to the bar and eat and drink while you're in the pool. Because if that was the case, people would be drowning left and right.
Yeah, if your kid's gonna drown in a pool, it's because you left the damn gate unlocked. That's what's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah. God, it's a fucking horror story. That's.
Oh God, can you imagine?
Yeah. No, it's terrible. Where'd the kid go? He's been missing for 15 minutes, and he's like in the pool. It's like Jesus.
Bobbing.
Yeah.
And, like floating up top. Oh, that'd be horrible. Blue. Just like sitting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's frightening.
In your inflatable hot tub.
Yeah. Well, my inflatable hot tub, which this Easter, my father was talking about buying an inflatable hot tub, and I advised him that he might want to consider the infrastructure of the deck. And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Well, I did the math, and we're with the water and the hot tub and like 4 adults, we're looking at like 1,200 pounds. An average, 16 on center, 2x8 can only really hold, something about like 900 pounds per like square foot. So it's like you need to kind of beef it up a little bit, otherwise it could be problematic.
Well, kudos to you for saying something. Was there a part of you that was like, maybe I shouldn't say that? Just let it ride, see what happens when he gets it. Just let it break.
Wait, what happened?
No, you warned him. You told him you did the math, and like you said, he was thinking of getting one too.
Yeah, but
what did you, for a minute there? Did you think about not warning him to reinforce things? I would have thought about it. Maybe I'll just say it.
What? So
tell him to do it.
So my father falls into the backyard and the deck falls off the house.
It'd be kind of funny. It would have been his own fault for not doing the work.
The deck my parents have in the back of the house could barely support 10 adults just standing there. So it would be in their best benefit to reinforce it just for that matter right there. But it's just like, is it like worth putting it on the deck, or should I just put it in the backyard and call it a day?
You could do both. Just put it in the backyard and then reinforce the deck and then move it.
I could do that too. It's just it's like, because you're filling it up with so much water, right? So you got to like make sure you treat the water so like it doesn't like, do you need help? Do you need help, please? Help, please? He's getting fresh. He's getting tired right now, so he's getting very frustrated with his iPad. He's
getting cranky, huh?
Yeah, so instead of asking for help, which I would nearly just help him out and get him back to where he needs to be, he's having a meltdown. So, how that goes.
What's that fucking noise, man?
What does it sound like?
It just sounds like a click at my door. Like, there's nothing there, though. My screen door isn't even opening for anybody to even knock on my door. It just sounds like there's something, like, tapping.
It was very windy today.
That could be it, yeah.
Maybe the wind. I went to my parents' house, and then there was a tree in front of the house that a branch, probably weighed a couple 100 pounds, snapped off the friggin' tree and was laying across the street. But, hey, do you need help, sir? Let me see. Help, please? There you go. This kid's figured out how to download apps and games on his little iPad. And he watches the weirdest YouTube videos. Like, he'll watch a video of kids playing with their toys.
Yeah, kids do that now. It's weird, the things that kids get into. It's like they won't actually do it. They'd rather watch somebody else do it.
And the video has, like, 5 million views.
Well, he'll eventually start watching people play Minecraft. And stuff
Right.
Like that soon. That's the next thing.
Like on Twitch, right? Like I don't get
Yeah.
the people watching people play video games, but it's a huge thing, I guess.
I get it when there's commentary while people are doing it. That's funny.
Yeah,
like
that's
there's
true.
a guy I follow, Video Game Donkey, and like some of the shit he says while he's playing is fucking hilarious. But like to actually just watch somebody play,
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I'd be a little bored. Do you need help?
Oh, the Mario levels are pretty fun to watch people do.
Interesting.
You've talked about this, the Mario Maker levels.
Oh yeah. That stuff's good.
Some of those are fucking crazy.
People go fucking crazy on that one. Yeah, that stuff's entertaining, I guess. But yeah, it's like I was watching like because like Twitch started because it was like for video game streaming, right? So people could watch video games. So and like because I tried getting this like Twitch is a very interesting platform because I was considering putting like this show streaming on there like live on it, but like it didn't make any sense because there was really no following for it. You know what I mean?
There's literally a single button on my Xbox Series X that I can hit that button and I am streaming on Twitch.
It's that easy, huh?
Yeah, it's become that easy.
Because back in the day, you'd have to route it through your computer into like an emulator to get into like break it down and shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So they want you to share it so people can watch. Maybe so people like a free advertisement, right? Because like, oh, it's a really cool game. Like I'll go buy it or something. You know?
Which is crazy because it's like I could use a movie clip, and if it's more than like 4 seconds, it gets shut down.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And yet I can put video games on YouTube of me doing things endlessly, and no one gives a fuck.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense. It's still someone else's content.
Right. Interesting.
There's no difference.
I've never owned a video game platform in which the last video game platform I owned was a PlayStation 2.
Damn.
And it was in 2003.
Wow.
That is the last PlayStation device I've ever had.
Wow. Well, that was before they became like actual media devices too.
Yeah.
Other things, yeah.
Because I remember when the Xbox first came out, like what was it, 2005? Was it that late or was it earlier than that? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe 2002? I feel like it was maybe 2002 because I knew a kid in high school that cracked the Xbox code and was able to put Windows on it. Can't remember. Yeah, maybe 2001, 2002, maybe.
2001.
Okay, yes. So
2001.
I was in
November
this
2021.
I was in this computer class, and this kid was like a computer genius. And when Xbox first came out, he pretty much hacked into the Xbox and put Windows like 95 on it. And it was like the first like, and because he wanted to be able to cruise the internet and do stuff on his Xbox and play games because it was like a Unix based, I guess, or a Linux based operating system.
Linux. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you could pretty much do whatever you wanted to it. And now, like, it's kind of funny when you think about it. Like, that's basically what those things do now. There's apps on it to surf the internet and do all this stuff without have to hacking into it and put an operating system on it.
But what's interesting is the Xbox Series X. It now finally have their own keyboard and mouse, but they don't like to advertise it. And at first I was like, why wouldn't they do that? And then I realized why Microsoft doesn't want you to have a keyboard and mouse with your Xbox, because then if you get that, people start to think, well, then what's the point if I buy a computer? Right? They don't want that. They want to be able to separate the two, so they don't like to talk about that.
Yeah, because why do people buy computers? Mostly just to surf the internet, right? And to check email.
But if you could do that from your television, which you can,
right,
with a keyboard and mouse, which you can, then what's the point of owning a computer? But they want you to own a computer, so they don't like to talk about it.
So I actually did that. The computers we got from work, it's actually on my deck right now, on the hooked up to the TV. Yeah. And the reason was because on the MLB TV app, you can only watch one game at a time, right? But if I do it through the browser on the internet, I can watch up to 5 games at once, right? On like the squares. Plus, if I'm out there, I could cruise the internet on the TV, and I could also do work from home on the deck from the TV on the thing. So I figured it's a perfectly good use of a computer that I wasn't going to use it for really anything anyway. So
there you go.
But yes,
maybe the connection booster that I bought is busted or something. I'm gonna fuck around once I get off this podcast.
Yeah.
This isn't cool. I don't like. I feel like I'm blind. Usually I'm web surfing while I'm surfing while you and I are talking, looking shit up. And like right now, it's like if I do that, everything slows to a crawl.
Oh yeah, your stream's coming back. Your vocals haven't broken up or anything. I haven't lost any video of volume, so at least it's transmitting that way, I guess. So
that's because I've been very diligent about what I'm looking, what I'm googling. Because
yeah,
like when I do, it'll on my end everything goes. I get like flashes and it'll say like your connection is low.
Right. You're keeping the porn to a minimum. You don't want to keep spreading that out.
Yeah, it's true.
I got some barbecue waiting for me downstairs.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I'm kind of jealous.
Sue's not feeling good, so she kind of went. I think she went to bed. I think she's asleep. Hence why I'm babysitting Junior here during the radio show. But he's been doing pretty good. He hasn't hit the camera yet, and he's been very close to it. The tripod, you probably noticed the camera shook a little bit. He threw
a few of those. Yep.
He threw himself in the pile of Lego boxes that was over there, and it hit one of the legs of the tripod and gave it a little shake. But other than that, it was not too bad. And he's playing with my Legos. I have so Lego has a series called Speed Champions, which are really like replicas of like real like sports cars and stuff like that. And they're at scale, so they scale into the Lego City and everything. So it's really cool. So like for example, like I got this one right here. This is like the Charger, right? So like it's scaled, looks like a Charger and all that stuff. So it fits into the city.
Car from Fast and Furious.
It does actually. And the guy who looks like it kind of looks like Don Buff Hair that drives it.
Looks like Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, yeah. But yeah, so this is a challenge. Yeah, it's a Challenger for basically. But he'll play with these, and they're pretty unbreakable, which is good. But like I said, he doesn't understand the concept of like them being able to be broken, because that's the idea. And then we're playing around with the little. We get the X-wing, just flying around here, a little mini X-wing. So I got like a toy store in here, you know.
Yeah, it's not bad, man.
And of course the. Actually, you're not gonna be able to see it. It's gonna emulate the turf from.
I see it. Yeah,
oh yeah, so if I go like this, now you see it. Actually,
I see it.
Now you don't.
I see it.
Oh, all right, good. Buffalo Bills turf right there.
Yeah.
A drunken purchase made during the pandemic. So, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. It's just been sitting here since we got it. I was gonna put it in like a little frame, put a little box, but I don't know. I have a lot of decisions to make over the next couple of weeks. What the hell I'm going to do?
You cut it even more up and give it some to your friends.
Like it could. It was only $25, I think, or $30. It was weird. It was like $30 for like the green, right?
Yeah.
And it came with a certificate of authenticity and all that good stuff, right? But if you wanted like any of the turf that had color on it, like part of the Buffalo Bills symbol or any of that, or the end zone, it was like $70, $80, which I found was funny. And my boss at the bar is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. So I go, you wouldn't believe what I have. I go, I have a piece of Buffalo Bills turf. And he's like, dude, I got the same thing. Someone bought it for me for Christmas. With that, it has like the Buffalo Bills symbol, like it's blue, red, and white, and it's like cut from the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And I go, oh yeah. I didn't want it that bad. I was going to spend that kind of money for the Buffalo Bills turf. But I feel like Tom Brady might at one point touch that, which would be nice. You know.
He might have.
Speaking of Tom, did you hear the whole thing about? We talked about briefly today about Miami. How everything got fucked over in Miami. Did you hear this? No.
Uh-oh.
So
no,
Tom.
I didn't hear you.
So
Sorry,
so
get you back.
all right. So Tom. Basically, the game plan was he was retiring this year or last year, right? And the reason was because he was going to become a partner of the ownership of the Miami Dolphins. And the reason doing that was going to be great because he was going to become a part owner. He was gonna bring in Sean Payton as someone on for like the upper management, whatever. That's why Sean Payton left the Saints. And then the Brian Flores thing fucked it all up. Because Tom was gonna roll in as a pod owner. Sean Payton was gonna be like an operations manager or like a general manager and stuff like the team. And then he obviously familiar with Brian Flores, was friendly with him. Had a nice head coach in place with a nice young team and a young quarterback. It all was supposed to make sense. But then Brian Flores decides he's going to sue 4 teams, and Tom backed the fuck out of that deal real quick. And that's why he went out of retirement to go play again, because he was like, well, I might as well play for a little while, because it's like, you know, not that he needs the money, I guess, but But who really
is this all
got
confirmed, or is this just speculation?
Yeah, this was like it just came out, I guess, like a couple days ago that this was all confirmed. Like it was speculated that he was going to go to the Dolphins, but then they figured out it was not going to play for the Dolphins. It was going to be a management type thing, or ownership rather. But who really got fucked was Sean Payton, because if he didn't really want to leave the Saints and he thought he was going to get a nice cushy job with the Dolphins, he was rudely awakened. So, I mean, he wants to be an owner of a team, and go for him. You know, it doesn't really matter, right? Derek Jeter was an owner for the Marlins for a little while, which was kind of suspicious. You ever see this? You ever hear this conspiracy theory about Derek Jeter?
No, I didn't.
So
he backed out at a good time, though.
Right? But someone was like, "Well, that's funny. You traded the best player your team had to your old team, the Yankees, when Stanton."
But the thing is, he didn't have that much of a pull.
No,
he wasn't that high percentage of an owner.
That's the thing. He was a splash owner. It's like as much as LeBron owns the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And basically, what it is like you have your owners, but then you have invested partners, right? And like say that's 5% of your ownership, but that invested partnership group is made up maybe of like 100 people. So me and you could be an invested partner in the Red Sox if we had some money to like want to throw in there. And say they require like $1 million a person, right, to be an invested partner of this. But that $1 million gives you 1% of 5% or something like that of a team. So it's barely nothing. But you do it for a return. So at the end of the year, you know, if the team makes money, you get a percentage back on your investment type thing. So it's like it has nothing to do with making decisions or anything like that. You know what I mean?
It's true.
As we found out with Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter, all he needed was 11% to be a sole, like a majority owner.
That's crazy. Yeah, because there's just so many hands involved.
He has like 43 billion. I was reading an article today. He has a lot of money set aside for this purchase of Twitter. Like he's throwing some crazy money at this thing.
Yeah, I haven't looked too much into it because I think he likes to like mess around on social media and say things that aren't necessarily true. So it's hard to know what Elon Musk.
What's his end game? You think for this thing? Like if
I never really know. As you and I have both said, he's definitely a little bit on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely he did his. I mean. A mind like that, I've listened to. You've heard him on Rogan before.
Oh yeah.
He said like I remember Joe was like, God, I would love to like think like you. He said you never want to be able to think like me. Like he there's definitely something going on in the head of his that isn't like a normal person.
His mind must, I mean, to come up with the ideas. I remember it was funny. There's this guy who used to come to the bar all the time, and he was a little on the spectrum too. This guy, and he'd sit there and he would get there at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon and sit there and drink till 1:30 in the morning. But he would be on his computer, and allegedly he lived in his car, so he didn't have a place to live, so he would just like use our internet and just cruise the internet. And like he would have his headphones on, but every once in a while he would just perk up and start yelling at me with his headphones on across the bar, and he would be talking about like Elon Musk and how much of a genius he is and all this stuff. And I didn't really know. This is like, God, he ended up dying of a heart attack. But this was before I moved to DC, so it was like 2013, 2014. And he would just go. He taught me everything I know about Elon Musk, and I was like, I don't know about this. Like maybe this guy's just fucking bullshitting me. And sure enough, he was right about pretty much everything he said. But like you said, it takes like a genius mind to be able to figure out the way he like does stuff. Like I mean, anyone can do an electric car, but he kind of does it against the way that normal business would be conducted, because he like wants to actually help people, he just not to make money, right? And people don't like that, which is kind of weird, you know.
That's true.
But if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be going to space. But you know. All right, it's about that time, motherfucker.
We blew through it today.
Yeah, cool. No guest today. We'll have a guest next week, and then the week after that, we're off because it's Cinco de Mayo on a Thursday night.
That's right, Cinco de Mayo on a Thursday.
And then once we're done with that, we should be pretty steady for here on through, unless it's like a playoff game Adam and I are at somewhere along the way, which could possibly happen. So. We'll keep you guys there. But make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and like it. Leave a comment. Even if you don't like it and you think we fucking suck, just be like, hey, you guys are fucking losers. Because it helps the algorithm, to be honest.
Well, don't tell them that.
Oh, fuck. Don't want to
help us.
It doesn't help the algorithm. Say mean things. Say the meanest things. Say the meanest things you can say.
Yeah.
Just make sure you like it, though. That helps. You know?
Yeah.
Give us the thumbs up. You plugging anything? You got anything going on?
No, I mean, I just finished the video up, but I'm gonna wait. I want to have a couple more done so I can release like a bunch of succession. Like I said, I'm not looking until like July
Right. Have some in the can.
1.5 done now, and then I'll probably move on to something else. And yeah, that's all I got.
That's
Check out
what we
the Royal
did.
Potato.
Yes, the Whirlwind Potato, the Wicked Explorers. We have, I have videos documented up until this time in June, so I have like 2 months worth in the can. So
Nice.
But what the hell? But I haven't been doing much lately, so I have to. I can't wait to bring this to Vegas. I'm gonna be like, Adam, I see you on the back of the airplane over there. How you doing?
Oh, put it to the microphone for a second. I want to hear it. If you put it to right to the mic.
Oh, like this? It sounds really good, right? It's like, hey guys.
Yeah.
I can't wait to bring this to work tomorrow. And I'm just gonna when George says something, I'm just gonna yell at him through the megaphone, like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" It has a siren on it, but I don't want to put it on because it's really loud.
Please don't use a siren.
It goes like.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Well,
This thing, it's really. This is like on. Oops. This is on like 3. This goes up to like 10.
God.
This is the coolest thing I ever bought, I think.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I do like your Fenway seats.
Maybe. Do you think they'd let me bring this into Fenway Park?
I don't know.
Probably not.
All right. There we go.
Buddy.
All right, sir. We'll see you guys next week. Toodaloo.
See you tomorrow,
Bye.
sir.
Bye.